Okay, here we go. The Wanderer Fragments of Fate on Quest 3. Let's see how this turns out, guys. Because I truly don't know how this is going to go. I heard it's better on PS5 VR 2, but I have it on this, so we're going to give it a shot. Now, just to see what we can see here, if I collapse my vision here. You guys can see me. All right. That's what I wanted to make sure I could see the actual. No. Oh, and I hear sound. Good. Beautiful. Okay. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, the sound dropped out. Perfect. Alright, it's working. Sounds working. New game. Standard. C. Do that. See, where are you? Really? Back, huh? Pretty sure I don't grab anything yet. Let's go ahead and do a new play space. Because all I do know is my play space is fucked. Boundary stationer. Switch to room scale, yeah. Alright. Yeah. Good enough. No, that's not gonna work. Use on boundary scale. There we go. Confirm. Good enough. Okay, good enough. Alright, we're in. Let's go ahead and play. Yeah? Happy New Year.
Another great song. Another 2.5 minutes closer to a new year. You're tuned in to Daydream Radio. Choice to...
Well, we gotta fix this because I don't like a couple things here. Oh.
Out 1958. An eventful year.
There you go. Much better.
I have plenty of amazing records on the cards here tonight. So buckle up as we venture back through the ages and rediscover some timeless If you've just tuned in, welcome to Daydream Radio. It is New Year's Eve, and we're counting down. When the clock strikes 12.
That seems too ambitious. The frequency will not hold. Remember what happened to Nicola.
Yes, true. But that device was rudimentary. We know so much more now.
There you boys are. Come back and join the rest of us. It's almost midnight. Howard, where's Harry? You were supposed to be watching him.
Ah, darn it. Sorry, dear. John and I... I'll find him. He can't have gone far.
I don't. This looks all that good. Oh man, I wonder if the original Wonder looks better. God, graphics don't even look like all that. And there's a handheld, but the Arkham Batman game did a way better job. With, I don't know, I don't think I can play this like this. Uh-oh.
John, I'm worried. Howard hasn't returned with Harry. I think we should go look.
It's okay, Martha. We'll find them. You go check back in the research lab, and I'll head down to the control room. God forbid Harry made his way down there.
Yeah, this looks just kind of cheesy. I don't see how this could be any better than... Now, maybe the PC remake could be better? Yeah, guys, I don't know. I think I'll have to quit playing this for a little bit. We're going to go ahead and take a comparison footage on this. This don't look anything cooler than I would have played on. Wow. Maybe I'm turning into a VR snob or something, but that did not look amazing to me. I'm sorry. It did not. Let's see here. Well, see what the original Wanderer looked like on PC. Here we go. This is back from 2022. So this is how the original game opened up.
And welcome to a game that I have been really excited about for a really long time. No pun intended. Welcome to Wanderer. The environment here is really cool, and on the ground there are a bunch of artifacts which I'm guessing have something to do with the story. And apparently we're going to become Mario. Mamma mia! Basically, the only thing I know about the game is that it deals with time travel. Going back to incredible moments in history.
All right, let's see what's up. Yeah, see? This is how the original game started. This looks way better.
The particles in the air, what is that? That's some sort of terrible bomb? Oh, that is really dirty. I really need to clean these cups better. Reach toward this object. Oh, it's a baby block. Did I pass? Am I incredible? Is that me? Which one is me? Am I the bald guy? Okay, well that clearly is not working. I'm not very good at science, am I? I'm very bad at science.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. Look at the graphics on the original Wanderer. Why would you even care to have a remake? It looks amazing. So on PC, it looks phenomenal, right? I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what it looks like on PC. That's crazy. Let me go ahead and fire that up. Let's shut this. That's so stupid. I can't believe you even waste your time playing it the other way. It looks so horrible. Oh God, where is it at? This is done. Uninstall, uninstall, goodbye. That just looks ugly as all hell. And to be honest with you, I don't know why you would ever want to play it that way. It's just that bad looking. So now I'm going to get the original Wanderer. So you saw the opening to the first one. Now we're going to play the original. Because that is disgusting how that looked. It didn't even look like fun. Give me a couple seconds here. And I will have it. Hey. Yeah, this is just nuts. Okay. Space for it. I just can't believe that that's a thing. Just don't see myself wanting the crappy version of the game at all. So we're gonna play the good version. All right, and different, but we're almost done here. Another 30 seconds or so. Why don't we check out what's new to VR in the meantime?
Much. Before we dive into that, though, I ask you one small simple thing. If you wouldn't mind smashing that like, be subscribing if you are new as well. That would make a difference to all. We get these videos to two places. Well, now let's dive into our very first game, new VR games.
To be able to say that Into the Radius 2 came to the Quest 3 this week. Oh, yes, indeed, it's finally happened. Now, of course, it isn't always sunshine and rainbows with these things. Although I will say there is definitely more sunshine and rainbows than there are negatives, there are still a couple in there. All in all, you'll be pleased to know that this looks graphically stunning on the Quest 3. It looks really bloody good. Now, of course, it's never going to quite stand up to the PC because, well, obviously, there's a power difference there, guys. But nonetheless, it looks really frigging crisp and really decent on the Quest 3. Not only that, but most of the game is there. I would say 95% of it currently. The only thing that is currently missing from Into the Radius 2 that is on PC is the fact that there is like this new sort of boss type level that they dropped the other week. That's not in this yet, but it's coming, so don't worry, it's going to be coming soon. By the time you've got through most of the content there, you're already going to be ready to play that part, and it'll be added into the game by that point. The other thing that's not currently in there because of those differences is crossplay, so you can't play with PC VR players. Kind of sucks, to be honest with you. I think that would have been a very good move for them, but of course, with there being differences in the game builds, it's just simply not possible. Other than that though, I gotta say, tickle me impressed. They did a great job, as they did with the first game coming over onto Quest. They've done the same thing here again, where they've just done an incredible job porting this over and just making it feel like the full fat version, even though you're in the standalone version. So if you're on the fence about buying this is an absolute freaking no-brainer recommend from me. If you like the first game, get this game in your life. Not only that, but of course this is multiplayer as well, so now you can talk your friend into the fact that they should buy this game and you know, go play it. Next up, we also had Out of Sight VR drop this week as well, and this is a brand new PC VR game that's also going to be coming to the Quest and PSVR 2 later this year. But right now, it's just dropped in its sort of like more early access form on PC VR, and this is looking seriously friggin' promising. I jumped in and experienced just a very small portion of this game. I haven't put a lot of time into it, but I also did a little bit of review hunting, just watching other people talk about it as well. And I think the general consent about this is, damn, this is pretty decent. It's kind of like a mixture between sort of, I would say, a Little Nightmares type experience mixed with Among the Sleep, and I feel like those two things gelled together actually equaled out a really fun experience. I like the mechanics in this game, although I do think it needs some, like, you know, some more bare bones sort of comfort options being put into it. But other than that, this is a really, really friggin' solid experience. I highly recommend it if you've got a PC VR to go check this one out, or if not, then get this on your wish list ready for when it does come out on Quest or PSVR 2. This is going to be one of those really fun horror adventures that isn't just straight up terrifying. It just like adds a little bit of tension, but you kind of really get to love the story as you go through it. definitely a recommend for me. This is a cool one. VR gaming news. First bit of news is that Zombie Army VR has been delayed again. Well, shocker. I mean, I'm not that surprised considering no one really got any press keys given out. There wasn't a lot of news talking about this run lead up to its release. I just hope that this means that they're refining it even more. Like I've said past, I've gone from pessimistic when I tried this myself, not loving it, to, you know, slightly excited as we've got closer to its release, as it seems like they're listening to the community, and I'm really just hoping that this final delay means that they really want this to be like a great game when it comes out, opposed to it being a mediocre game. And as we all know, you only get one release when it comes to gaming, so get it bloody right. This is now going to be coming out on June 12th, just so you know. That's next month, pretty early into it, so not too bad, not too long of a wait, and if it means the game's better for it, then I am all for it. Next up, we have a game called Siberia. Now, this is actually a really old point-and-click adventure that's just had a full remaster done for Flat Gaming. Now, the exciting part about this is actually when they announced this, and they announced the Flat trailer for this, they also announced that they're going to be making a standalone version of this for the Quest 3. So it's fully in the works. There's no trailer for it or anything yet, so what I'm showing you is the Flat trailer, but it does mean that this is going to be making its way over to the Quest platform. This game looks absolutely stunning. I've never personally played these games myself, but when I started looking into it, it looked like a really, well, a renowned game. A lot of people freaking love this, but not just that, but the game actually itself looks really cool. So if they're making a Quest 3 version of this, I'm interested. I want to see what it's like. So I'll let you know when the trailer drops for that, and we can talk about it a little bit more. Next up, we have North Star VR. Now, this is actually a really interesting one, because this is actually a demo made to really show off just everything the Quest 3 can do right now, using all of the developer tools and really just highlighting the actual power behind the Quest 3. So if you're interested, this is free. It's like a short demo that you can sort of play through. It's actually really freaking cool, to the point where I have actually recorded this. I'm going to be dropping a video on this actually on the channel, which is rare for me. I know I don't do gameplay very often unless something really intrigues me, and this tickled me freaking interested, because it's not only a very stunning experience, but it really does show off some of the stuff that the Quest 3 can do that we still haven't kind of really seen used or utilized properly in games just yet. So it just fills me up with hope, the fact that the Quest 3 still has plenty of power left to give in it, and not just that, it's just going to require developers to get a little bit more inventive and creative in how they optimize their games to be able to utilize some of the features that we see in this. So like I say, go check this out, North Star VR. You can play it yourselves right now. I'm also going to be dropping a video on it over the weekend, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Next up, we have Wipe Clean. Now, this is a PC VR game coming out next month, but I wanted to give it a shout out because it looked just kind of interesting. I'm actually sad this is only coming out for PC VR, as I think it was actually do way better if it came out on the Quest, but whatever. The whole idea behind this is that you're going to be cleaning up crime scenes. Yeah, it looks pretty brutal, so you're going to be cleaning up some pretty dread stuff, and then on top of that, you're going to be solving kind of the mystery as you go through this, leading you to your inevitability of, well, potentially finding the killer. Kind of terrifying, kind of awesome. I'm actually pretty excited about this one on a whole, so props to them. Looking forward to trying this one out myself, and like I say, hopefully this is something that will come to the Quest later, because I kind of feel like this would do really well on that platform, especially if they could add multiplayer. Next up, we had some really cool stuff come from Dungeons of Eternity. Now, if you're unaware, they're bringing their game over to PC VR very soon. In doing so, they have jazzed up the graphics to the maximum, because this looks ridiculously cool. And I'm also really hoping, fingers crossed, that this means they'll do an also jazzed up version for the Quest 3. So keep your fingers crossed, guys. It's not been confirmed yet, but I hope that that's the case. But as you can see here, this is absolutely gorgeous. It looks really, really well made for the PC VR, and I'm just looking forward to playing an ultra polished version of this. Fingers crossed this means that they'll bring it to the PSVR 2 on this quality scale as well, because honestly, there's no reason why it couldn't be done like that. The PSVR 2 is more than powerful enough.
Look at that, I bought it on Quest,
man,
now they're going to give me
I'm
a
just
PS
looking forward to
or,
experiencing this game
PC
in high
version.
fidelity. I've played it a ton on Quest. In fact, I used to go in there weekly between me and Mateo and just play the crap out of this game. So I'm really excited to bring that back, and of course just do it in like this high fidelity state. Really impressive. Coming up next week. Now, here is some exciting news that I know every single one of you has been waiting for, because I get the comments every single week, and that is the fact that I can finally say Hard Bullet is dropping next week. I know, it's been a hot minute, but finally I can say it. It's coming out next week. If you're unaware of what Hard Bullet is, this is the ultimate physics sandbox kind of craziness experience where you can get in there and do some insanely brutal things. Or of course just feel like John Wick, where you can go around with a pencil, and destroy a bunch of people. This game is one of my top favorite sort of sandbox games. I love it. It's stupid fun. It's really fun experience, and it's got a ton of replayability to it. So definitely one, if you're interested in picking up, you should. And for all of you guys and girls out there that have been commenting, well, you didn't say when Hard Bullet's coming out. Well, it's coming out next week, finally, and I look forward to that releasing so that I no longer get badgered about where is Hard Bullet. I don't know. I didn't develop the game, guys. I'm just talking about it. And there you have it, guys. That is everything for the VR gaming news this week. Honestly, another really fun video. We get to talk about some cool stuff when it comes to these videos. Massive thank you for supporting them. Smash that like if you enjoy this type of content, because it really...
Yeah, so that's what's coming out, I guess. What's this video about?
Now personally, I think May was a great month for VR games, so let's screen on June the 4th. It's a linear to break the fragile peace between two galactic for smooth scores. There's also a multiplayer mode in the works. Personally, I'm always a fan of developers choosing to delay a game to stay optimistic, and I'm actually... The most recent, on June the 12th, we have V-Racer Hoverbike, and it's coming to Quest after releasing on Steam way back in 2018. And while I remember it being pretty cool and had a good sense of speed, it actually didn't hold my attention for very long. But it seems this is a brand new version of the game with new graphics, cross-play between PC and Quest, and has over 30 tracks with 4 different game modes, including time trials and combat. But the combat feedback, considering Help Wanted and Help Wanted 2 had VR support on all platforms, I think it's okay to assume VR support will still happen. And personally, there is no better way to play a Five Nights at Freddy's games than in VR.
For damage to property or person. Thank you for being a valued member of the Fazbear team.
Mike is like a brother to me. I can't stay still doing nothing. You understand?
Secret of the Mimics.
On June the 13th, we have Overdark, a Do Not Open story, which I seem to remember really enjoying when I reviewed it on PSVR 2 last year. In Overdark, you must explore Mike Goring's family mansion and uncover the truth behind a close friend's suicide. I seem to remember it had some really brain-scratching puzzles with very nice graphics, and you have to constantly try to avoid Mike himself, who is hunting you, and you have to avoid him by not moving and avoid making any sudden gestures. I'll definitely be dropping a review for this one as soon as I get access, because I really enjoyed it, as I said previously. On June the 19th, we have the Smurfs Flower Defense, and it's coming to Quest, and I do feel a bit cringe for mentioning this one, but who am I to dictate what everyone else enjoys? But I do wonder, is Smurfs still a relevant franchise? Someone seems to think so. Anyway, the Smurfs Flower Defense is a virtual reality and mixed reality game promising a mixture of action, strategy and storytelling. It looks to be a tower defense game that sees you, the player in VR, basically shooting lots of things while building weapons and tower defenses to protect nature. The actual mixed reality implementation does look pretty cool, but I'm not sure if I would play this personally. But I do love a tower defense game, especially after playing Iron Guard last week.
Can you hear me? Listen. The tunnel behind you collapsed.
After that, we have Cave Crave coming at some point in June to PSVR 2 and Quest, and I think I must have got confused at some point between this and Tunnels VR. And Tunnels VR is a game I pretty much hated playing because it was such a low effort release. But anyway, Cave Crave is a Splunking style game with environmental challenges including clearing your own path with a hammer, climbing walls of ice with pickaxes, and maintaining your gear to ensure their reliability. The one thing I really like about this is the ability to use chalk to mark where you've been to stop you getting lost, but outside of that, I don't really know what else to say about this game. Also at some point in June, we have a game called Neolithic Dawn, and it's coming to Quest, and it calls itself the ultimate survival experience. You step into the shoes of a Neolithic hunter, Neolithic being around the Stone Age, and you must struggle to survive an unforgiving world. You discover an Ice Age civilization and must craft items using physics-based tools and weapons to hunt for wild animals and tame Ice Age creatures to help you survive the journey. Now, an interesting twist is if you die, you come back as your son or daughter a generation later, later, and the whole game will have changed permanently and altered by time. It also features real-time day and night cycles, dynamic seasons, and generational changes as you explore 5 large open maps. I gotta say, I'm pretty intrigued to see how this one shapes up. Also in June, we see the comeback of Requisition VR on MetaQuest, which launched on Steam last year, and it's currently sitting with very mixed reviews, and I seem to remember it being pretty cool in multiplayer, because you can make weapons pretty much out of anything you can scavenge, but I actually don't remember playing them.
Oh, we're almost there. I was just killing time of playing stuff, but oh, looks like we're about a minute or so away from having the other one running. Let's see what new PS2 VR, PSVR 2 games.
Hello everybody and welcome back, where today, well, it's quite an exciting one. May is absolutely packed for PSVR 2. We have around 8 or 9 games that are coming out, and that's more than we usually get, and these are fairly substantial releases as well, from games that I've been hyped up for a very long time about, and some that I didn't even know were coming out until a couple of days ago, but now I'm excited to play. Let's jump straight in. After, I let you know that only 25% you are subscribed, so if you want to support the content, the easiest way to do so is by subscribing. And thank you to our patrons and members who are all on screen right now, and to the sponsor of today's video, VR Rock, but we'll get to them a little bit later. With that being said, let's kick things off with the first game that's coming out. And that is the game that we reviewed yesterday, House of Da Vinci VR, a puzzler that I really enjoyed, makes good use of the platform, is a little lackluster in the haptics in some areas, but looks great, plays great, and the puzzles are really enjoyable. You play as the apprentice of Leonardo da Vinci as you follow his footsteps, trying to find the brand new creation that he's made, and figuring out where he went. Overall, I had a really good time with House of Da Vinci. It's adapted brilliantly from the flat screen game, and if you like puzzlers like Red Matter 2 and are down for something that's a bit harder than that, and looks great in its own right, not quite as good as Red Matter because those games are a miracle, but still very beautiful, I'd say. Get excited for House of Da Vinci. It should be out by the time this video goes live. On the 7th of May, we have Wall Town Wonders. This is a port of a mixed reality game where you get to build a house in your own wall. I will be covering this one in a couple of days, but essentially they've converted it so that you're no longer building a house in mixed reality because the PSVR 2 can't really support that with its black and white pass-through, but instead you're building a town in the wall of a virtual environment that does look very beautiful from the trailers and all the promotional stuff that we've seen. It's been rated fairly highly on other platforms, and I do trust the devs as they made Hubris a great game that I really enjoyed, and I'm always down for more town and city builders in VR, and especially when they have cool quirks like this. A day after that, we're getting The Midnight Walk, a PSVR 2 horror game that I'm absolutely ecstatic for. It's by far my most hyped release of this month, and maybe the whole year, aside from Hitman. You essentially have to protect
guys, I'm just gonna set up another video for tomorrow and have the Wanderer PC version playing. We'll check it out tomorrow.
That's all, folks.